Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 22 September 2022. Thursday night, 9 o'clock, must be time for a knife sale on the Apostle P channel, and it is. We've got, I think, 32 items for your consideration tonight. All knives, all singles. And we've got a broad spectrum of awesome cutlery tonight. Before we get into the meat of the sale, let's do a little bit of housekeeping as usual that nobody listens to. First up, I need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale. I'm going to post them on the screen for you in just a moment, and I'm then going to reprint them in the description underneath this video so you can read those without pausing the video. Also in the description, above the terms of the sale, you're going to see 3 links to previous videos on the channel. The first is my Primer for Buyers video. That's a 38-minute expanded and detailed explanation of the terms of the sale, how we do things, and why. If you're new to this weekly sale, please watch that because it'll make the feeding frenzy time a lot smoother for both of us if you're trying to buy something, because you'll know exactly what to do. The second video is to my FAQs for consignors. That one is a pretty long video on how this system all works from the consignor's perspective. So if you're interested in using this weekly sale to move along some of your collection, please give that a watch before you contact me, and then we'll be able to have efficient communication. The third link, as always, is to my rates and services video for the Apostle P Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. And by the way, not only am I the original, but I have never raised my prices. Don't know how long I can hold out on that. Only postage has gone up, and I don't make those rules. So yeah, if you need some knives sharpened, check me out. So the description is all important. It contains 3 links at the top, terms of the sale in the middle, the list of tonight's inventory at the bottom, complete with timestamps on the left, pricing on the right. Normally you'll see 2 numbers in the pricing column. The first one on the left, price of the knife as shown. Price on the right is the price of the knife as sharpened by the Apostle P Knife Service. There will be next day sharpening available for the first 4 knives purchased to be sharpened this week. The rest will ship in about 3 weeks if you want them sharpened and you don't make it into that first 4. Also in the pricing column, if you see the word sold in lieu of numbers, no need to send an email. That knife has been bought and paid for and is on its way to its new owner. I think that's it for the housekeeping, guys. Let's get the terms up on the screen for you. We'll be right back with the sale inventory. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? First up, just 3 leftovers to clean up from last week. And I think the prices ought to be super attractive. First up, from Tactical Geek, we have the Variable X. Interesting little package, all kinds of swag or merch in the box. Comes in this rather cool nylon and kind of almost like Alcantara fabric pouch that I guess, does it? I don't know yet. I don't know if it goes on a belt, does it? I don't know. Inside there's a knife. It's a cute little thing. Let me see if I can dig it out of here. Easier said than done. Look at that. That's the Variable X. And yes, it is diminutive. It looks like we have a titanium frame lock knife with a lot going on in the milling department. Milled titanium clip. It is a ball bearing flipper. Let's see. Hey, look at that. Flips right out. Imagine that. S35 VN blade. Chisel ground, so it's going to look funky when I show you the centering, but it's centered perfectly. S35 VN blade on the variable X is 1 11/16 inches in length. That chisel ground tanto. The handle is 2 13/16. It is a steel inserted titanium frame lock. There's your engagement. Lockup is rock solid. Ball bearings are super free. And the centering looks funny, but it's perfect, trust me. It's the way it's ground. So let's see. We'll call this one like new in the box. I don't know, that blade's pretty brightly satin polished. There might be a tiny blem somewhere, but I couldn't find it. You can buy these brand new on the interweb for $189. We ran it last week at $135. It didn't sell. Dropped her to $110 for the weekend. It's still here. Let's do $95. Let's see, that's like exactly half price. $115 if you'd like my edge on that stubby little tanto blade. That is the Tactical Geek Variable X. Next up, from Kizer, we have an inner box, no outer box. And then inside we got this knife. That beautifully crowned and bead blasted titanium that Kizer was famous for back in the day. What, like 2 years ago? This is the KI4439A2 Zugang, J-U-G-A-N-G, Zugang, I don't know, whatever the heck it is, Zugang. We've got a tiny titanium frame lock with a steel inserted lock interface. I bet you there's a ball bearing flipper. There is. It's sort of a stylized cleaver. It's the Zugang, not the Zugang. What the heck, Rob? Zugang. 3 3/4 inch blade in S35 VN, 4 3/4 handle. That reminds me of somebody. Who is it? Help me out, guys. Anyhow, pretty cool looking knife. Interesting juxtaposition of the curvy handle and the angular blade. We'll call it near mint to like new in box. They're discontinued, not a stock. When they were available, they were selling online for $100, but they're discontinued, not a stock. We ran this last week at 120, dropped it to 99. This week, $85. That's probably about the cheapest price you can get on a Zugang. Yeah, $85 like it is, $105 with my edge. Next up, guys, I can't believe you were napping on this. I hope somebody has gone out and gotten a second mortgage since last week, because it ain't cheap, but it's a great deal. This is from Russia with Love. It is a Shirogorov, and the end of box label says it's an F95NL 3M. I've got F95RNL because I think that's what the card says. So it's an F95, an M390 with jungle wear carbon fiber. Oh, I just want you to look at this inlay material as I rotate it in the light. It becomes many things. It's super cool. You guys all know the Shiro design language. Beautifully stonewashed titanium frame, but then some bead blasted areas as well, including the beautiful milled titanium clip. Robust hardware, beautiful gear pattern titanium backspacer, and a lanyard slot that is nicely camouflaged. Ball bearing flipper, flips out with Shirogorov authority. There's that M390 blade. I got a little smudge of smuts on there, not a scratch. There's your lock engagement. It is rock solid. Beautifully dropped shut in. It's perfectly centered. You got a 3 13/16 inch blade, a 5-inch handle. It is like new in the box. Okay, I've only been able to find one sold listing for this exact Shiro. It sold on eBay about a month ago for $1,450. We ran this one last week at $13. It didn't sell. We dropped it to $11.50 for the weekend. It's still here. This one goes home. This will be, I think this will be the final price, guys. And it's the cheapest one on earth, $1,100, like it is, $1,125 with my edge. Shirogorov F95R and L. All right, let's jump to the fresh stuff, shall we? Everybody got to make them a Swiss Army knife these days, don't they? They do in Maniago. So this is the MKM Malga. Pretty interesting little affair, wouldn't you say? I've got covers or scales made from OD green canvas micarta. I don't know, I got about 4 inches of closed length there. I got a main blade that is a spear point, and I believe it is in M390 cam tang mechanism. About a 7 pull. Nice walk and talk. Over here I got a fork. Over here I got a screwdriver and a cap lifter. There I got a can opener. On the back I got a corkscrew. And all with a sewing eye. Everything works perfectly. I guess we'll call it like new in box, or darn near close to it. And your price, $75 like it is, $95 if you'd like me to sharpen that main spear point blade. That is the MKM Malga. Next up, guys, this knife is going to be a buy. No box, but I do have the Boker microfiber pouch with the red drawstring. This is the Boker Club Gentleman. It is a beautiful sort of large-ish cigar. Single-bladed jackknife. Nickel silver bolsters are lined. Covers are desert ironwood. 3 3/4 inches of closed length. It is a half-stop knife. The blade steel is Bowler N690. I got a long match striker pull and a cut swedge. Beautiful walk and talk. Blade center, you're going to be dead down the middle. So let's see. We'll call it near mint, no box, with pouch. These are selling currently at Knife Center for $220. We're going to offer this one at what? $85? Yes, $85 like it is $105. Sharpen on the Boker Club Gentleman. Next up, we are now entering the Great Eastern Cutlery portion of tonight's sale. The first half, so, the new TV shows, they have the mid-season finale. So we have two sub-seasons of Great Eastern tonight. Here's the first one. You guys know that label. And you know that number. It's a number 15 Tom's Choice Genuine Barlow. Model 152121 in sepia saw cut bone. Comes with that there button. And here's the knife. It's the old pair of blue jeans Barlow from GEC, isn't it? Big old bolsters engraved with the Tidioute cutlery initials. All steel construction. There is your saw cut sepia bone. I kind of like that cover material. And if you notice over here in the chamfer, it gets a little raggy. Got a little rag going on through the saw cuts. That is good stuff. Especially on that light colored bone, it really pops. Oh, nice. And a beautiful spear point. I mean, come on. I don't even like spear points, and that's a beautiful blade. Long pull cut swedge, genuine Barlow etch. And the satin blade. So this is what, 3.5 inch closed. Nice walk and talk. A little on the hydraulic side. It might get a little snappier as it breaks in, but centering is perfect. Or I will say excellent. Might favor the right ever so slightly. Definitely near mint in tube with button. I noticed some very faint hairlines in the blade that you probably can't see. Probably just from wiping it off at some point or another. Let's see. Let's do on this one 225 like it is, 240 with my edge. That's in your inventory is GEC Tidioute number 15 genuine Barlow. Next up. Uh-oh, something strange going on here. Something strange indeed. For some reason we need that big, huge, fat tube. Why? Here's why. Oh, it's a Tidioute. Number 36 ToeNail clipper. Model 363122 in India smooth ivory bone. Comes with the button. I'm telling you what, guys, this knife just makes sense when you see it. Oh, look at that. Oh! Now, this is leg bone, but you know, it kind of resembles ivory, and it's an elephant toenail knife, the ToeNail clipper, right? 4 3/16 inches of closed length, and it's a girthy girl too. Pull weight, I'm going to say, is a 9. It may feel lighter if you're pinch opening it like I just did. It's got some snap. It is not a little boy's knife for sure. I got this thing all fingerprinted up, but satin blade, beautiful drawn swedge, big nail neck. No play. That's a big knife, guys. That's a big boy's knife. Let's see. I'm going to call the walk and talk perfect and the centering very close on this one. It'll be near mint to like new in tube with button. Sold listings on eBay for this knife in this cover running between $175 and $266, and primarily they're over $200. We're going to do this one at $170 like it is, shipped, priority mail, all in, $190 with my edge. Next day sharpening available if you're one of the first 6 or 4 tonight. Next up, what a handsome little guy this is. From Great Eastern Cutlery, the Northfield Unexcelled Premium Pocket Knife line. We have a number 493121 Freedom Jack in blue camel bone. Now again, I get a weakness for these. I don't know why. I have one in that unicorn acrylic, and that's beautiful. And this blue camel, that's always gorgeous. So yeah, here it is. 1095 steel, model 493121. Freedom Jack, blue camel bone. Single sheep's foot, and look at that Northfield sheep's foot, would ya? Polished Northfield etch, long pull, cut swedge, 6.5-ish pull, stunning walk and talk, centering close but favoring the left slightly. Condition near mint to like new in tube. These run in between. I was shocked by this number. Apparently the camel bone ones are hitting their stride, because several examples on eBay ranging between 175 and 276 sold transactions. This one, how about 145? Are you kidding me? 145 like it is 160 with my edge. It's the GEC Northfield number 49 Freedom Jack Blue Camel. Next up, here is a Great Eastern Cutlery model I've never had one of in my hand. This is interesting. It came with this tube protector. I'm not sure if you guys know, does a dealer put these on, or which dealer, or I don't know. Interesting. And here's the tube. Look at that. So it's a Great Eastern Cutlery brand, which means it's stainless, in this case 420HC. It's a number 65 Fish Keeper, model 651222SS, in tortoise shell acrylic. Look at this gorgeous knife. There's your big, beautiful tortoise shell handle. Smooth nickel silver bolsters. The fish shield with GEC stamped, and then a split ring and a little GEC whistle. Other than that, it's a 65 Ben Hogan, but wait, maybe not. There is your main blade. A standard long, thin clip with the Fish Keeper etch. About a 6.5 pull. Perfect walk and talk. Then there's the secondary implement. That's the fish tool. I got a scaler, I've got a I don't know, and I got a hook remover. How about that? The 65 is 4.5 inches closed. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Look at that. Beautiful. We'll call it near mint in tube with whistle. Sold listings for these on eBay running between $185 and $230 in the tortoise shell acrylic. I'm not sure if they all have the whistle. You guys tell me. But how about on this one? Let's do 145 like it is, 165 with my edge. That is the GEC Tidioute number 65 Fish Keeper SS for stainless steel. Next up, got one from a Zero Tolerance via the design mind of Dmitry Sienkiewicz. It's the ZT0452CF. We've seen a lot of these, haven't we? I must say, that's some of the prettiest carbon fiber I've ever seen on one of these. There doesn't seem to be that big contrast between the glossy skin and the matte chamfers. Maybe they're getting better at that. This is a high serial number, so maybe they've watched my videos, because that looks pretty darn nice. So here's what you got. 5 1/8 inches closed. Titanium frame lock, beautifully stone washed frame side. The kind of black oxide finish deep carry clip, and then fingers on lock bar, flipper tab, engaged. No death lock, it flips out like a rocket. This is the S35VN blade, 4 1/16 inches in length. There's your steel inserted lock face engagement. Of course, ball bearings, it's going to drop shut. It's going to be perfectly centered. So let's see. We're going to say near mint, no box. Pretty pristine, guys. Current price of these at your favorite web retailer is $272. New. Let's do this one. All in, shipped, priority mail, $220 like it is, $245 with my edge. Next day sharpening available. Next up, you guys probably all got this teaser yesterday. We got an automatic out the front from Microtech. This is the UTX 85 Spartan. Got the nice radius corners on the hard anodized OD green aluminum handle. Black coated clip. This knife born 8 of 19, August of 2019. There's your serial number. Button effort, medium firm. Never fails to lock open or closed. Blade steel on this one is Elmax. Got your DLC and satin two-tone blade. Beautiful fuller going down the center spine of that double-edged gladius profile dagger. Some beautiful little perforations in that center spine fuller. Of course, double-edged knife. Condition on this one's going to be very near mint. No box though, guys. So let's see. Closed length 4 1/16. Blade is 3 1/16. Near mint, no box. These are out of stock everywhere when they were available. The last available price was $278. Let's do $200 on this one. The Microtech UTX 85 Spartan. Next up, I got an automatic knife from the bling masters of automatic knives, Piranha. Look at that handle. I mean, come on. Come on, guys. How do you not love that? Super cool. It's kind of a green marble anodized finish on the polished aluminum handle. Beautifully engraved deployment button. And I'm going to have to get my fingerprints off this knife because it's a mirror polished Piranha, for goodness sake. Everything shows on these. Everything. All right, it gets better. But look at that, guys. Ooh. There are not scratches. I've got some little smudges of goo off my rag, but beautiful vertical absence of play. A little bit of side, as you'll find in most Piranhas. They really never get any worse, and it's very slight. There's your centering, which is kind of dead down the middle. Deployment, better be hanging on to it. I'm just saying. Blade length is 3 1/4, handle 4 1/8. So it's got, must have a very forward pivot, which is captured, by the way. Very Chris Reeve clip. Condition on this one is as close to like new as possible, but we'll call it near mint. No box. Price of these at your favorite web retailer. I think I sourced them at Blade HQ for $170. This one can be yours, however, for $120 like it is. $140 with my edge. That's the Piranha X Auto. Next up, be careful on this one because I got 2 of them in different colors. So be clear in your I'll take it. From We Knife, we have a 617A Alpha. And this will say in your inventory, We 617A BK two-tone. Okay? So this is the 617 in black G10. I believe it's a titanium backspacer and clip. Clip is going to be right hand tip up milled titanium. Beautifully milled G10. Ball bearing flipper. Gorgeous two-tone harpoon blade in D2. And the DLC looks like it's been tumbled a little and then went back to the sander for the satin. Blade length is 3 7/8. She's a big girl. And then a 4 3/4 handle. Stainless steel liner lock and a ball bearing flipper. Better than that. Centering will be very close to perfect. Condition will be near mint. No box, but we do have the pouch, right? So we'll say near mint in pouch, no box. These are discontinued and out of stock everywhere. Now, these were $100 when they sold out. The other colors were reduced. So we're going to run a tan one next, so it'll sound a little different. But these are discontinued and out of stock at $100. We're doing this one for $50, like it is. 70 with my edge. We 617 Alpha BK two-tone. And then next up, we have another Wee pouch without an outer box. And we have another 617. This is a 617E for Edward, or Echo. And it'll say, in your inventory, Wee 617E tan two-tone because of the tan G10. Other than that, same as the last knife. Milled titanium clip, right hand tip up. Gear pattern titanium backspacer. Ball bearing flipper, stainless steel liner lock. 3 7/8 blade, 4 3/4 handle. Lockup is rock solid. There's your engagement. The D2 blade falls into the handle. The centering's perfect. I'm going to call it near mint in pouch. Just a couple snail trails in the bead blast on the clip. These are $82 if you can find them in stock. Internet retail. We're going to do this one at $50 like it is. $70 with my edge. The Wee 617E tan two-tone. Next up, and it's our last Wee of the evening. Again, inner pouch, no outer box. The model is a stunner, guys. The Wee 608P. Blue anodized titanium handle. But look at that swooshy fuller. It's almost got a coppery, purpley ano going on. And then the hardware is like a bronze ano. Steel inserted titanium frame lock, some finger grooves in the belly of the handle. Milled titanium pocket clip, going to be right hand tip up only. Nice sound. S35 VN blade, 3 15/16 inches in length on the recurve Tonto. With that tumbled DLC-like finish. There's your lock engagement. It's rock solid, zero play. She drops shut. And blade centering is very close to perfect. Yeah, hard to tell. You could probably loosen the pivot here. Condition is very near mint in pouch, no box. These are discontinued and out of stock. When they were available, they were $242 web pricing. Your price on this one, though, $175 like it is, $205 with my edge, the Wee 608P. Next up, save me from myself. You guys know, I think I called this knife in kind of a sarcastic, but not so sarcastic video. The best EDC knife, or the best EDC item that you can have. The Victorinox Cadet. And guess what? I don't have a red one. So let's see. We're going to go till 9:13 tonight. If you guys don't save me from myself, I'm marking it sold, paying my seller, and putting it on the shelf. With the silver, the blue, the orange, and the green Cadets. I think that's all. 83 millimeters long. Victorinox stainless. Tumble polished. Main spear. 6-pole. Unbelievable cam tang walk and talk. Then you got that. Then you got that. And then you got the split ring and the new style fingernail tool that lets you get all the way to the edge. These are available online from your current favorite retailer at $43 in red. You can buy this one shipped, priority mail, all in, $35. I think that's too cheap. $9.13, guys, or it's mine. Next up, from Lionsteel in Maniago, Italy, to you by way of Sulphur, Oklahoma, and Laredo, Indiana. From Lionsteel and CollectorKnives.net, we got a Roundhead in Bocote with a satin blade. in a beautiful little wine-colored, distressed or like a Horweeny leather from Collector Knives. Here's the Roundhead. Look at that stunning Bocote wood. Titanium bolsters, the Euro Barlow Roundhead, a fusion knife. Traditional mechanism, sort of. Modern materials and construction. The Roundhead has a 3 11/16 inch long handle, or the closed length. You've got a stunning spear point blade with a machined nick and a cut swedge. M390 blade steel. Beautiful satin finish. Beautiful etching from Lionsteel, as always. It's got that perfect Lionsteel walk and talk, if that's your thing. Beautiful half-stop action. Beautifully centered blade. Condition like new in box with slip. You can buy this knife brand new at Collector Knives for $126 plus tax, maybe postage. Or just buy this one. $110 shipped, priority mail, all in. $130 with my edge. That's the Lionsteel CK Roundhead Bocote. Next up, I teased y'all a little bit about this knife yesterday. It's from Greg and the boys. Got other goodies inside, you know. I've always made fun of the warranty document that no longer comes in a Medford knife box. Now, rather than that coarse, ham-handed, sarcastic warranty, we've got this beauty. It's a certificate of creation and authenticity. Created on January 27th of this year. Signed by Greg Medford. And you know, that new, tasteful C of A comes with a new, tasteful Medford knife. Look how thin. Can you read the spine of the back spring? Okay, we've got a titanium handle that is sort of dark gray and tumbled behind the line of demarcation between the faux bolster and the faux scale. So the bolster area is beautiful fine satin in the titanium. What looks like a proprietary Medford pivot is actually like a T35 or something Torx. Love how the back spring forms the lanyard slot. This is the gentleman jack, by the way. 4 inches in closed length. A fusion slip joint, right? It's got a half stop. It kind of walks and talks. I would say close to what Lionsteel sound and feel like. And you got a perfectly centered blade. And speaking of that blade, it's like tumble polished over Medford satin, which is a pretty cool finish. I mean, it's a really cool finish. Is this a fuller or a long pull? I don't know, but it's on both sides. The hollow ground blade, stunningly thin, guys. For a company that makes knives that I have made fun of because they're ridiculously thick and heavy, I'll tell you what, when you look at a Hinder Slippy and you look like an Impinda, look at an Impinda from Chris Reeve, and you look at Benchmade Propers and whatever that ZT was, this man knows traditional pocket knives, and great job, Medford. Great job, Medford. So, it's like new in box. Web price of these brand new, and they're gone. You can't buy one. That was $375 web retail. This one's going to be $325 like it is, $345 sharpened. Medford, Gentleman Jack. Next up, as I turn the page, oh boys, it's a Chris Reeve, and it's got the full stuff inside. Everything's there. It's a large Sebenza 31 plain in Singo with the glass blasted handle. weren't they all glass? I don't know. Somebody help me with when that term came about. I mean, it doesn't look. It looks like a normal Chris Reeve blast, but that's what it says. Glass blasted. Does it look pristine to you? It does to me. I mean, there's hardly any lint in the lanyard. Not all 31s are that good, let me tell you. That, I didn't touch that, guys. Centering's perfect. There's your lock engagement, is perfect. I've handled a lot of 31s. I don't think I've ever handled a 31 that came from the factory with action that sweet. So there you go. Born December 8th, 2021. Silver hardware, by the way. And it is S35. So yeah. The most current pricing on this knife, $550. $550. $550. And by the way, does that sound high? Well, it didn't sound high to everybody who bought them because they're gone. Your price on this one, like new, in box, $450, like it is, $480. You know what? No, $470 because it doesn't need a spa. It just needs to go to its new owner. That's the Chris Reeve Large 31 in Singo. Next up, we got one from Spyderco. I love it when they come home and then leave again. We've got a special Spidey. Yes, we do. This was Spyderco's tip of the cap to a steel company who works well with them, right? That logo on the stainless steel handle is Carpenter steel. So I've got very fine bead blast handle over here. And that same bead blast on the frame lock side, all stainless. Tip is deep carry paper clip. Right hand tip up only. We've got kind of a blunt Spidey clip, as I call it. And it's wearing an edge from the TheApostleP Knife Service. Blade steel is, of course, Carpenter CTS XHP. It's called the Foundry. 3 5/16 blade, 4.5 inch handle. I'm sorry, 4 1/4 inch handle. The stainless steel frame lock locks up thusly. It is rock solid. Nice smooth action. Blade centering, pretty doggone nice. We'll call it near mint. In box, I think I saw a little scratch in the middle of the Carpenter logo. That's it. So yeah, near mint in pouch with an TheApostleP edge. They're discontinued and out of stock. I'm sure they'll never be run again. Current eBay listings, all active listings, $251 to $312. I could not find any sold listings. Your price on this one, $180. No need to sharpen. Trust me. That's the Spyderco Foundry TAP for my edge. Next up, from Kershaw and the good old US of A. We got a Launch 13. I think this one was sold on this weekly sale. Now it's back again, but this will be in your inventory as Kershaw Launch 13 TAP because it's got my edge on it. Black, skeletonized, hard anodized aluminum handle, deep carry clip with just a little bit of burnishing on the corners from being in a pocket. Beautiful triangular pivot. It is a side folding auto with a two-tone Warncliffe blade in CPM 154 and an TheApostleP edge. Ouch, 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 ouch. 3.5 inches of blade, 4.5 inches of handle. Rock solid lockup. Dead centering and action. Better be hanging on to it. Near mint in box with my edge. These are still available new. They'll cost you $129 plus tax. This one, with $20 of my sharpening, $100 shipped priority mail. That's the Kershaw Launch 13. Next up, I definitely teased you guys about this one yesterday in the heads up video. Oh my goodness. Are you taking it all in, guys? Oh. Yeah, how about that? Whew. Okay, we get a lot of brains involved in this knife, guys. It's known as the Chris Reeve Neil Roberts Warrior Knife, but obviously it's got some Bill Harsey in it. And I don't know who Bud S is. You guys need to help me. Is that a gun coat that they used on these? I don't know. I know they used S30V steel. I know they've got a really, really nicely done convex edge that I wouldn't change. A hollow grind. Let's see, we've got 6 1/4 inches of blade with a little recurve in the swedge drop point. I've got, of course, a full tang, beautifully crowned. OD green canvas micarta scales. Wearing a lanyard to match the sheath. It might be pretty darn good in hand. And it is, I'm going to say near mint to like new, no box. So I got no box and papers with this. But its authenticity will speak for itself. One company could have made this knife. So let's see. They're discontinued, not a stock. I don't know how for long. For how long? There are no sold listings on eBay. There are 4 current listings. 3 of them are buy it nows between $900 and $1,100. And there's one auction that has 1 bid on it already at a $600 opening bid. This one can be yours. No box, no papers. $475 like it is 505 sharpened. The Chris Reeve Neil Roberts Warrior Knife. Next up, here's one from Emerson. This is the Emerson Multitasker EDC1. It is a multi-tool. It looks like it has stainless steel structure and then some G10 over top. Coarse peel ply on the clip side. And then this side's interesting. That's a spring clip that holds a removable wrench and pry tool. I would imagine that's going to be metric on one side and English on the other, but don't hold me to that. Inside the handle, which is 4 1/4 inches closed, I got a little recurve Emerson blade in D2 with a PVD coating. It is a combo edge. It's got a wave opener. It's got a liner lock. Then I've got, where'd it go? Where's my neck? Am I pulling on the wrong thing here? I am pulling on the wrong thing. There I've got a screwdriver, flat blade, locks in 2 positions with this little back lock. And then, where's my other one? There it is right there. There's my Phillips, same kind of mechanism. And I believe that's it for the tool set. Nope, I forgot one. There is an awl with a sewing eye. So yeah, that's the Multitasker EDC1. Near mint, no box. These are out of stock. When they were available, they were $185 web price. This one could be yours at $125 like it is, $145 with my edge. The Emerson Multitasker EDC1. Next up, it is sub-season 2 of season 1 of the Great Eastern Cutlery Show on the ApostleP Channel Knife Sale. Next up, we have a Tidioute Cutlery, number 14, Barlow, model 141122 in goldenrod saw cut bone. How's that for some saw cut bone, boys? Great color. I mean, that's an awesome color. So the 14 3 1/16 inches in length, all steel construction, clip point blade, long pull cut swedge. Pull weight on this one, what am I going to say? I'm going to say 6. Perfect walk and talk, and the centering is perfect. Like new in tube. 185 like it is, 200 sharpened. That's a GEC Tidioute number 14 Lick Creek Barlow. Next up, oh, if it was in the budget, you guys would never see this. Look at that tube. And there is your Christine Tucker sticker. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it, guys? I don't know. Well, here's what it is. This is a number 23 Acorn 440HC Pioneer Trapper from 2006. They didn't have model numbers stamped in the blade tangs, but they did have that etch. Model 23 Pioneer, one of 250. Polished blades. There's your space secondary. And there is your drop point main. Great Eastern Cutlery trademark. Pull weight, about a 7.5. Perfect walk and talk for a big knife. How's the centering? Pretty perfect for an 06 GEC, I gotta say. And the bone, how about the bone, guys? That is called amber horsecut bone. I'm going to say this is near mint in tube. It is serial number 6, as engraved on the bolster. No card, okay? Your price, $250. Probably too cheap. $280 with my edge on both blades. That's the GEC Acorn number 23 Pioneer 2006. Next up, like an old pair of blue jeans, we got a 15 Huckleberry Boys knife. Model 152118 B and C. It's got antique yellow jig bone, 3.5 inches closed length, with the jigging just like the old Heartland clip. All steel construction, single spear point blade, satin finished, drawn swedge and a nail nick. And there's the bail. And here's the chain. So let's see. What did I say here? 7 pull, perfect walk and talk, perfect centering. It's been used and touched up, so we'll call it near mint in tube. Your price? $160, leather thong included. $175 if you'd like my edge on it. And be careful, because I got 2 of these back to back, so make sure you send me the I'll take it with the right one. This will be GEC number 15 Huckleberry Boys knife B and C AYJB, antique yellow jig bone. Next up comes the other one, another GEC Tidioute number 15 Huckleberry Boys knife, same model number, okay, 152118 B and C. 3.5 inches close, single spear blade. This one wearing OD green linen micarta and a paracord lanyard. There is your blade. Been used and lovingly touched up. 7 pull. Perfect centering. Perfect walk and talk. And there's your bail, and there's your chain. Price on this one, same as the other one. $160 like it is, $175 my edge on it. that is in your inventory is GEC number 15 Huckleberry Boys Knife B&C OD linen. Next up, got one from Trestle Pine. I always say that wrong. American-made cutlery from Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. It's the topper in S30V and desert ironwood. Now, and look what it says. One of two. And then you got your card. And then a knife. So, and it had a little pocket time, and both the ironwood and the brass bolsters and end caps are showing a little patina. But desert ironwood just stays beautiful no matter what. So here's the deal, guys. 3 9/16 inches of close length. S30V blade. Saber ground cut swedge clip point. So here's what makes this different from any topper I found online. Yep, cap lifter and a screwdriver. So let's see. Walk and talk, pretty nice. Centering on both tools, very nice. Perfect walk and talk, 7.5 pull. Now, just so you know, this has been sharpened convexly and by its owner, and frankly, he made the right call because the grinds are not good. It's super thick behind the edge, and you know the grinds are kind of melted. And you can buy one of these brand new at TSA right now for 126 bucks without the second implement. This one's going to be a lot less, and because it ought to be a lot less, it's going to be 75 bucks, like it is 95 sharpened. So it ain't a beer scout. Just be aware. You know, it's going to be finished more like a last day's Camillus. That's why it's 75 bucks and not $275. That is the Trestle Pine topper. Next up, got one from Wee. I'll tell you right now, guys, you better. Now, my buddy Peter is not on my early bird list, and he does not have advanced knowledge of this knife. But if he's still awake when this sale video comes on, and he sees this knife, if you guys haven't already bought it, I guarantee you he's going to own it, because he's got Christmas presents coming up. This is the Wee 2004 B Banter, the blacked out version. So I got like a blackwash, a tumbled DLC blade, black G10 handle, black deep carry right hand tip up clip, beautiful blue anodized, probably aluminum thumb studs, liner lock, ball bearings. You guys know the story of the Banter. Just a great pocket knife. And those of you who know me know how much it pains me to say that. Rock solid lockup. There's your lock engagement. Ball bearing pivot. Great thumb studs. Beautiful little spear point blade. Nice and thin. Condition on this one will be near mint in pouch with no outer box. It's had a user applied edge on it, and it's pretty sharp. I'm going to give you a sharpened price, but don't feel like it needs it, okay? These are 109 bucks, brand new at your favorite web retailer. This one can be yours. 80 like it is, 100 with my edge, but again, pretty nice polished edge. Next up, man, what a beauty. From Benchmade, it is the now discontinued 943 Osborne. This one a 943S. So that'll be satin blade, combo edge. Black, hard anodized aluminum handle, just like the 940. Blue titanium backspacer instead of purple. Now this is wearing a Parkerized split arrow clip. Also in the box will be a Parkerized Emerson style clip. So it's essentially everything in 940 with a muskrat clip blade. also an S30V. Instead of the tumble over satin, these have a bead blast over satin. This one appears to have a pretty ferocious factory edge. Rock solid lockup. Beautiful action and beautiful centering. This is very near meant to like new in box. Discontinued, out of stock. Sold listings on eBay running between 200 and 210. There are like 3 of them that have all sold right in that same little cluster. Your price on this one, $175 like it is $195 sharpened. That's the Benchmade 943S Osborne. Not to be confused with the next one, because they're close, right? So next up, another Benchmade Osborne 943, but this is an SBK, so combo edge black blade, right? Same 940 handle in black, same 940 backspacer, but in blue. This has a Parkerized Emerson style clip installed. Don't know if they went to Cerakote on these, probably. S30V is your blade steel, combo edge. I think this one has been touched up by the owner. Rock solid lockup. Beautiful free drop in action. Very close to perfect blade centering. These are discontinued, not a stock. eBay listings on the black coated combo edge, the sold listings vary widely. There was a turd that sold for $160 and a pristine one that sold for $380. Yeah. The 940s outsold these by unbelievable numbers, and then they discontinued these and they started going up through the roof. Anyway, $175 is your price on this one. $195 with my edge on it. That's the Benchmade 943 SBK Osborne. And that, guys, brings us to the last knife in the sale that is also the Rob's pick. Okay, if you guys know that it's the Rob's pick and it's a Benchmade, what is it? Come on, yeah, I know you know. Yeah, you know. It's a Super Freak. You know I dig the Super Freak. There you go. There it is. 4 7/8 inch handle. 3 9/16 drop point blade, thinly ground and Cerakoted. CPM M4. Black and gray milled G10, red liners, red standoffs, Parkerized split arrow clip. What else could you ever want in life? Oh, let's see, is the lockup any good? How about rock solid? Is the action any good? I think it is. Is the centering good? No, I don't know. Would perfect be good enough? I don't know. It has been sharpened, by the way. Let's see, is it good? I don't know. Let's see. It's pretty aggressive. I'd probably use it a while before I'd pay me to sharpen it. Anyway, these are currently in stock at your favorite web retailer for $225. Or just buy this one. Shipped, priority mail, all in. No taxes to pay. $180 like it is. $205 with my edge on it. The Benchmade 560 BK-1 Super Freak is the last knife in the sale, and it's the Rob's pick. That's it for tonight, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. And now go get some deals and be nice to each other.